The market for handheld camera gimbals has exploded in the past couple of years, but DJI still found ways to improve on it for the new Ronin S. This is hardly the company's first gimbal, but it is its first single-handle model for DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. At $699, it comes in slightly above some of the competing models out there, but we think the price is definitely worth it. So here's what sets the Ronin S apart. As you can probably tell, it's pretty big. Here's a Feiyutech A2000 for comparison. Now this weighs a little over 4 pounds, which is pretty heavy, but it can support up to 8 pounds, which is nearly twice what a gimbal like this can hold. It also has a really comfortable grip, and it's well balanced for both one-handed and two-handed operation, and you can use the included mini tripod for additional control when using two hands. Even after running around chasing a mountain biker for an hour, I didn't feel fatigued. And that surprised me because this thing definitely feels heavy the first time you pick it up. DJI obviously put some thought into the balance and ergonomics of this gimbal, and it certainly shows. The batteries are non-removable, but charge over USB in about 2.5 hours and can power the gimbal for up to 12 hours. Like other gimbals, you've got a joystick on the back and a trigger on the front. The joystick controls the pan and tilt, and if you hold the trigger, it will lock in the current orientation no matter how you move the gimbal handle. If you double tap the trigger, that will recenter the gimbal, and if you triple tap, it will put it into selfie mode. On the back of the gimbal, you'll find the record start stop button along with the M button, which lets you cycle through 3 different user modes. If you hold the M button, that puts it into sport mode, which basically means the gimbal will respond extra quickly to your inputs so you can follow fast action. But the coolest feature is the electronic follow focus control wheel, which lets you dial in manual focus without having to physically attach anything to your lens. The catch is you have to be using a camera that supports the feature, like the Panasonic GH5S we have here. DJI has a list of supported cameras on its website, but I will add this up front. Right now, no Sony models currently support the electronic follow focus. So it's mostly Canon and Nikon and 2 Panasonic models, the GH5S and the regular GH5, and that's it for now. Beyond the hardware, the Ronin S introduces a host of software features through DJI's mobile app, which connects over Bluetooth. Here you can fine-tune the gimbal and create custom user modes with a nearly infinite level of control. This is also how you access the time-lapse, motion-lapse, and tracking modes, which are all really neat. If we have one complaint about the app, however, it's simply that it feels like it was designed for engineers. You have these settings for channel 1 and channel 2 without a clear indication of which control input that's actually referring to. Still, the level of control you have in the app is astonishing, and power users will absolutely love it. Combining that powerful software with best-in-class hardware gives the Ronin S a clear edge over the competition, but it may not be worth the extra cash for everyone, specifically those with cameras that don't fully support the connected electronic controls. For example, I'm shooting this video on a Fujifilm X-T2, a camera that doesn't support any of those features. With such a camera, the nearly $700 price tag of the Ronin S might not be worth it. But if you own a supported camera, we can wholeheartedly recommend the DJI Ronin S without reservation. And even if your camera is not fully supported, well, it's still an excellent gimbal. So if you don't mind the cost, you're going to be really happy with it.